Can you hear me?
Take the banner off, baby.
Sorry.
Hello, welcome to Modern Longevitarian Live Kitchen, episode number 97. Today we're going to be making and we have another link
A, a Facebook user said, "Love that hat."
Oh, thank you. For those of you who know me for a long time, I've had this
pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, so let's put on this egg.
I thought you meant an actual chicken. I was like,
No, it's a little
what?
ceramic thing. It's a little cooking show. James May's cooking show. He's funny. He can't cook. He has a cookery show. He's in England.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. So basically, you just pass this egg yolk back and forth through from shell to shell. Testing 1, 2. Okay, now it's working.
Oh, there you are.
Now it's working. Okay.
Were your earbuds not connected?
I have no idea what was going on.
Try it again. I still don't hear
Testing 1,
There
2.
you go.
Okay, now it's working. Okay, so we did the whole show with no sound. That's great.
Why don't you just review what you did? There's no sound.
Right. All right. Can everybody hear me now? Right. All right. Let's back up to the beginning. We made a mashed cauliflower in place of mashed potatoes. Can you still hear me now? Just doing a sound check. Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Okay. So we made a mashed cauliflower, which tastes absolutely amazing. Okay. So we have that. Then we made a meat mixture with ground beef, 85% ground beef. Okay. We used organic red spring onions. We used carrots, and we used some frozen peas in there. Also some fresh garlic. So that's what we used. And then we cooked all that together. We put it together and now it's in the oven at 400 degrees. And we're baking that, right? And as we know, we do that. I also made a chicken stock from the leftover chickens, rotisserie chickens that we've gotten from Whole Foods. And so that is what we used to also in there, but we also are making a keto version. So we did not put any flour in there to thicken the juices from the meats or the stock. And we also are not using potatoes, we're using mashed cauliflower. And we blended all that together here. And one of the really cool tricks is to add, after you finish making your mash mixture, whether it is potato or cauliflower, is to put a little bit of egg yolk in there. And we tasted that just prior to putting the egg yolk in there. And we know that we're going to cook that for about 20 minutes in the oven. And so all that's going to be cooked, and some of it's going to be cooked as well when we just mix it into the hot version of that. Right now, we're going to make a side item while this is baking, and that's going to be some grilled purple or red cabbage. We'll make that. You can also make a plant-based version of all of these dishes by using your favorite, like we used, where did I put it? We love this macadamia. So when you're making your mash mixture where it's cauliflower or potatoes, you can put in we use macadamia milk. It's called milkadamia. You could also use for butter in your mashed potatoes. You can put this. We also, instead of using a seed oil for cooking the ground beef mixture, we actually used rendered bacon fat from my birthday bacon breakfast. So we had that, and we got these in the oven that are going there. We're going to clean this pan so we can start a non-meat version, because I'll show you what we have here. We have this meatless ground crumbles by Corn. Have that as well somewhere. Where did this go? Oh, they're over here. And you know what? I forgot to add the thyme and the rosemary. I bought all that and forgot. We left it over here. So you would also want to add some rosemary and some thyme into your meat mixture as well. And you could put lamb in there as if you want to as well. So we have this meatless mixture here. We're gonna get that going at some point and make another meatless version of it. But I'd much rather make the side item, right? So we're gonna put this over here. And we're going to grill some cabbage. Just because we can. So we have some cabbage that's just in the fridge. And this whole cooking show is really about how can you use what's in, use what's in your refrigerator to make something that's really tasty. And also about, how can you make a different version of this? Make something that's fun and interesting that has your own special twist to it. So a little color on there I don't like. We'll get rid of that. Put that there. And then we'll do this. So we'll just grill some cabbage. Right? Instead of steaming cabbage and being all slimy and all that stuff, we're gonna make this interesting, and we're gonna grill it a little bit in our grill pan. Put that there. So probably need a little. Let's see, we're not gonna do that because we need to do a vegetarian version of it. Because my wife is gonna eat this too, so I'm not gonna put the bacon fat in. I think we're out of avocado oil, so we're gonna have to break a rule. Put a little olive oil in there, probably. Not supposed to cook with olive oil, but that's all we got. So a little bit on the bottom. I'm going to get this on there. A little bit drizzled on the top. A lot drizzled on the top. Put this here. And of course, salt. And just a touch of pepper. Not a lot. Not a lot of pepper in there. Okay, can we still hear me? We're good?
Yep.
Okay. There was the recap. The joys of doing live shows. All right, time. I think this is the old English word for it takes so much dang time to get this off the stem, right? I've spent many a day prepping in the kitchen. Chef, what do you need me to do to help you? Can you peel me some? Can you give me some time off the stem? You're like, really, Chef? So, the joys of being a GM, right? We're gonna put some. Smells good though. Have you smelled fresh thyme in a while? Yeah, very good. We're gonna get this ready for this. For the. Okay, don't need that egg white. There, where's the thyme? Right here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I just pull the end off because the stem's pretty soft on the end, right? You don't have to worry about getting the stem in there. Basically, you're just pulling backwards, pull the leaves backwards in relation to the stem, and you keep the stem separate. You want those mixed in. These little young branches, you can kind of get the stem mixed in if you want. But I don't need much. We're just going to do a little bit for enough for one place. While there's other ones in the oven, we're just going to now get ready for the meatless version of it, of shepherd's pie. There we go. A little rosemary. And that here. So just a touch of rosemary too. Again, USDA organic, and you just pull the other way or you break it like that, right? Get the rosemary leaves off. I like chopping the rosemary up a little bit. So we'll run a knife through this here in a second. We have enough carrots and red spring onion. Okay, got the temperature going on that. Let's get a pair of tongs. Let's check and see how happy these are getting back here. Looking amazing. Tops are browning. Turn this over. The key is getting a little GBD on here, golden brown, delicious, without turning your purple cabbage gray. Right? My wife taught me how to grill this on the actual grill outside. Put a little aluminum foil on it. So we do this during the summer a lot with soy sauce. But with today being St. Patty's Day, making a healthier version, tastier versions, something that a foodie family like ours would be proud of. Another jumper here. All right, we're getting ready for, as this is cooking here, we need some more garlic. More garlic right here. Just one pod here. Again, just going to get one pod ready to put in. Got that there. This is going to be, I don't want to get that olive oil too hot because we know that's not healthy for you. It's going to be like a crisp, tender grilled cabbage, just slightly cooked. I'm not going to overly cook this. And then we're going to hit a meatless version that you can actually hear me talk about, right? Right, Fancy Pants? All right, let's get this out of the way. Say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. We're going to pull these off. I don't think that's big enough. Put them on this plate. And put this on top of the oven in the back to keep them warm for when we serve. So grilled cabbage versus steamed cabbage. This back here. I'm going to turn the temperature down to 400 there because that could make it up for lost time. All right, now it's time to cook some of that water off there. We're going to make a meatless version of this. Okay, Fancy Pants? Yep, when that water cooks off, we'll do this a little differently than what we did the other way. Okay. Okay. So again, corn meatless grounds, non-GMO, soy-free, excellent source of protein for that vegetarian in your life. So we get this ready. So we got to make sure that we got that clean. No bacon grease left in there. Good. You know what we're going to do is butter. She will eat butter. So we're going to do that instead of that olive oil. So we're going to start with this. This is getting a little soft. Butter. This out of the way. Some onion, carrots in there. Red spring onion, carrots. Turn the temperature up on this a little bit. A little garlic. And once we get this cooked, it'll be a wrap on the show. There we go. Thyme and rosemary. Very classic. Thyme, rosemary. And we could have put this in the meat mixture too, but it was back there on the counter and we forgot. I forgot all about it. It's my fault. Forgot all about it. And then it'll go in with some peas as well. Okay. Get a lot of plant fiber, a lot of diversity in this dish as well, which goes to show you how the old world ate, right? Potatoes, a little bit of meat, lots of veggies mixed in there, right? There we go. Let's check on these. See what we need to do here. I think we're ready. Got one that needs to stay in. We'll let these cool for a second while we're cooking the other ones. Let's see here. Hey. We'll hold this back while we let this cool on the cooling rack back here. We got one that needs to go back in that is not browned enough. Put that right in the middle. And then we'll take it from there. While this is cooking, I'm going to clean this business up so we can have the okay. Might need a little bit more. It does. There's a little bit more butter in there. Some of you are probably saying, wow, look at all that butter. But I put butter in my coffee. So here we go. So putting some of this away here. Get this down there. You can even drizzle that once it comes out with a little bit of olive oil to help with that. That bacon fat away. Goes downstairs. We can put this in the fridge. Clean as you go. Put the cabbage away. So we could show you what this looks like. And here it is, our keto shepherd's pie with cauliflower mash on the top. We can throw a little garnish on there. Well, the bigger garnish, maybe. Let's do this. Throw a little garnish on there. Okay, there we go. A little rosemary garnish with grilled red cabbage. And there you have it. It's going to be yummy. We'll let this rest here while we cook this. I think that's good enough, eh? Turn that off. I'm going to get this out of the way. It smells yummy. I'll put all this in here because we have very little of the mash left. So look at that proportion size. Got lucky on that. Get this out of the way. Back on top of the stove. Okay, that one's looking good. Got left here. Don't know if we got enough to spread it all the way out. Keep it sealed and all that business. I don't think we do. Let's try it though. Oop, nope, don't have enough really. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to messing the whole thing up. All right, so here we go. This is what we got left for the vegetarian version. We're going to put that in the oven after we pull this other one out because it's browned perfectly. And the oven just turned off. Let's get this going. Convection oven, 400 degrees. Turn that back on. I hate that we didn't have the sound going. But it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to get this one off the pan and put the vegetarian version in for my lovely wife's lunch. And then we're going to taste. All right, so put this on a sheet pan so you can get these out because they're so hard to fumble with when they're really hot. It's like, so basically put them on a sheet pan like this, put them on there, get them in your oven. I love this little convection version of a toaster oven that allows us to do all that stuff. Okay, so that's in. And it's time to taste. A couple spoons. You could use a fork if you want, but I like using spoons for this dish. Oh, we need a fork too for the grilled cabbage. The sidekick here. Can you guys see this? Here we go. Nuclear hot. You gotta make sure. Don't burn the mouth. And here we go. Look at the steam coming off that. You see that? No? Maybe we can steam up the camera. Yep. Mm. All right, ladies. There's a bite. Got a little bit of everything in there. Be sure to blow that off. I'm going to dig into this grilled cabbage here.
Looks good.
Go ahead.
That's delicious.
Wow. Thank you, Fancy Pants. Just think if we would have had the rosemary and the thyme in there, been even better.
You can
Okay.
sprinkle a little bit on top.
We could. Maybe I can chop some and put on the top. But we're going to wrap this up right now. We're at an
1
hour and 13 minutes. Most of it without the sound. Silent movie cooking show.
Sorry about
My
that.
name is Scott Stanfield. My sidekick right here, Fancy Pants, has been with me the entire time. We set all this up and done this today. This is episode 97. We love doing the cooking show. And if you got any questions, comments, critiques about the show, feel free to send a comment or private message to me. This is the Modern Longevitarian. I just want to say this. There's no one size fits all way to your health. You have to do what? You're hungry? All right. There you go. It's that good that I got to pass this off when I'm like laying this down. No one size fits all way to your health. There's no one size way, no one size fits most. There's no one to you and finding you and doing who you are on a high level. Mark Twain said that the two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you figured out why. And the Modern Longevitarian is a big part of my why. And it's helped to spread the message that you do have a say in your health span and you do have a say in your lifespan. And no matter what diet you started with or how bad your health was, there is hope for you. There is hope for all of us. But you have to make the right changes. What works for me is intermittent fasting where I don't eat breakfast. What works for me is I love lifting heavy weights and swinging kettlebells and working on more natural movement. I love going on long hikes, right? That may not interest you at all. You may like doing yoga and you may like doing sprints and not lifting weights or those type of things. It doesn't matter. You have to find what works for you. And there's so many different ways of doing that. You can, right? You totally can. And I don't want to make this show much longer than it is, but I just want to say, find you, find yourself and do you. That's the most important things. Find who you are. And find ways to make food that you would eat day in and day out that actually fits your biology. Does your diet ideology fit your diet biology, what's best for you? And find what works for you. There are all these different things. My name is Scott Stanfield. This is episode 97 of the Modern Longevitarian. And it's my Friday show that was the working title that we had for all those episodes. Thanks again from Fancy Pants and myself for watching. And cheers. Time to roll the credits.